here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. He sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw on second down, Bolton. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, here's Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On second down, a run with Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now maybe they want some extra time to... about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And here's Bennett to throw on third down. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league is going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The handoff, this is Breida, and he stopped immediately there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Play action. Bennett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Looking to throw. Bennett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the Bucs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing it.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Bennett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. From the 29, Garoppolo. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. Into the hands of Darden. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a give to Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bennett off play action. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Joe Tryon able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Bennett now off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll run on first down. Jones, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Garoppolo's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion. And
looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Breida. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bennett. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Touchdown! Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Garoppolo now. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Bennett. Check down to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Bennett to throw on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Randy Gregory able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Rosa's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And on the ground they go with the running back. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now Bennett operating from the gun. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They run again with Breida. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Here's Breida. Down to about the 22 here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a give. Coming right is Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now here's Bennett. From the gun, he'll throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Looking to throw on second down. Bennett.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Bennett Looking to throw on second down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Julian Okwara there to bring him down. On second down now, it's Jones.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And the Lions are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Bennett. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Bennett now throwing on 1st down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this. 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll go again to Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
This one taken in by Cephas.
And he gets it inside the